Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to AJ Living. Today we're going to be going over washing the car. Alright, first thing that we're going to talk about is the weather. You never ever wash your car in the sun or in hot weather when there's no shade, because once you put the water on there, you put the bubbles on there, they're going to start drying up, and that stuff will like stay on the car and not come off. So you always want to pick a daylight today when it's gloomy outside, or when it's the evening time and the sun won't dry up the bubbles too much. All right, let's get started. So first thing you're going to do is get 3 plastic bags. One for trash, one for recyclables, and one for the things that you're going to keep and take into the house. Whenever you're working in the front area, you're going to push this seat all the way back so you can get full access to it. Same thing, when you're working in the back area, push the seat all the way to the front so that way you can get full access to the back. Now, the reason we have 3 bags I already explained. Let me give you an example. When it comes to cleaning the car, anything that is paperwork, anything that is receipts, we're not going to take the time now to figure out if they're important or not. We're just going to, if it's a receipt or paperwork, you put it all in the take in the house bag. If it's recyclable, you already know, we put it in the recyclable bag. And then there's the bag for just straight up trash. Napkins and stuff are just trash. Things like business cards, toys, stuff that we're not throwing away, all go in the bag to take into the house. It's going to be very important to check these areas and in here as well, so that way you don't leave anything behind. Another place where things like to hide, a little secret spot, is way down there behind the seats. So always check over there for trash and bottles and things like that. Alright, so now we have our 3 bottles with recyclables, trash, and stuff to take in the house. We're going to get these out of the way and actually take them into the house. Now that that's done, we're going to take out all of these floor mats, the rubber ones and the carpet ones. Take them out, lay them in the driveway. When you go to take these out, there's going to be dirt all in there. So it's going to be important not to just pull it out and dump all that in the car, but keep the dirt in there so that way you don't make more of a mess that you'll have to clean up later on. Same thing with this one. Don't let all that stuff get into the car, and then you'll have to clean it up later on. Alright, now that we have all of the floor mats out, it's time to start vacuuming. What we're going to do is vacuum. We're going to get the seats, we're going to get the all of this area, the cup holders and stuff. These little areas, we're going to vacuum all of the excess dust and dirt out of these areas. We're going to make sure that we get this side area right here. A lot of stuff likes to hide in there, and sometimes we miss it, so we're going to make sure we get in there. And then we're going to also get this area on the door. We're going to vacuum all of this and make sure that we get all of the corners and stuff as well. Let's do it. Notice when I'm cleaning this, I'm going to be cleaning it in sections. Okay, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to go all the way across, go along the crack, and keep on cleaning it in sections. So I just did this section. I'm going to move over here to this section. And I'm going to start getting this one in section, going along the cracks, go along the cracks, and then get it all in sections right here like this, like that. Additionally, there's this area right here where a lot of stuff likes to hide too. So there's popcorn in there. I'm gonna put this down there and suck all that stuff up too. Notice how when I cleaned this, I went back here, cleaned this area, and then I started from this crack right here, went all the way, pushed it down in there, and I went into sections from one side to the other. And I clean all these cracks and stuff, so that way I'm not missing spots. I'm not just gonna dip it in there and then come over here, hit this real quick, and then keep going. No, the entire area, each piece of it has to be cleaned up by this vacuum. Okay, so now that we got this whole section vacuumed out, we're gonna scoot the seat up, and then we're gonna go ahead and start working on the back seat. Now, while we're back here, this is also a good opportunity to get more from under the front seat there. Now, I'm gonna do this part. Make sure that you remember to get all of these. Put this right here, suck in there, suck all in these cracks and stuff. Get all of these corners and things. You're gonna vacuum this, get excess dust off of this, and then when you come over here, make sure that you lift this up, get all in there, and get in between all of these crevices when you're cleaning the seat as well. Remember, in the front, I vacuumed the door jamb, so we're gonna do that as well here. Get all these cracks, vacuum up here. Same thing that we did in the front, we're gonna do for this back seat. Get in there too. Remember, the top parts of these seats, a lot of dust likes to settle here, and then when the dogs are in the trunk, they put their noses and their mouths up here, leaving dirt. Same thing for the front seat. A lot of dust likes to settle here, so we're vacuuming this as well. Don't forget to open up all compartments like this one here, and then vacuum this area. Get all back here, get this, and then also vacuum inside the cup holders. Now this back seat is all vacuumed out. We're gonna go to the other side and do the same thing for that front seat that we did over here, and scoot that seat up, and then do the same thing for this back seat. So now that the seats are all vacuumed out, we're gonna come back here to the trunk. This is where the dogs have been. There's lots of stickers and things back here. There's concrete mix and sand from me picking up stuff from Home Depot. And so we're gonna use this vacuum instead to vacuum this large area. But first we have to put these seats down so we can get the back of those as well. So first we have to tilt the front seat up, then we can lower those seats down. Same thing over there. So now we can vacuum this whole area. Alright, so that brush really helped me get this large area clean. One thing you want to make sure is that the vacuum is set on the bare floor level, because if it's high up here, it won't pick up these stickers and stuff. Now, before we put this vacuum up, we're going to go ahead and vacuum these floor mats. Not the rubber ones, the ones with the carpet on them. While that vacuum got the large area, there's still a lot of pieces that weren't picked up by the big vacuum, so we're going to use the little one to get those small pieces. Okay, so now that we're done vacuuming, it's time to get all of this dust and stuff and all of the food droppings and everything off of the dashboard and all of the interior surfaces. What you're gonna do is get one of these micro plush towels and then some Lysol spray. Go ahead and spray down whatever you're gonna start working on. For me, it's gonna be this area right here. Now, mind you, when we spray, we're not spraying up close like this. We're kind of backing up a little bit so that way when we spray, a mist covers a large area of the surface. All right, so then now, all we have to do is wipe the stuff down, right? I'm going in sections in my head. You should be doing the same thing. I just did this section, including the back. Then I did this side, came over here and did this side. 3 sections I just did. Now, you have to pay attention to these different areas like this. And you have to put your finger in the towel and push the towel into these crevices where dust likes to settle. I'm getting under this button and above this button because we know there's dust hiding in there. Then we come over here and we clean this off. We're using our fingers to press into cracks and crevices to scrub spots where food is dried up to get this totally clean. Here's a little secret that I like to do. If you can, you might have to push the brake, but if you can, well, the car probably has to be turned on. Put this, keep your foot on the brake, of course. Put this in drive so that way this all is exposed, and then you can clean this too using your finger in the towel, because otherwise you'll get in the car and you'll be thinking, oh, my car's clean, I just washed it. Then as soon as you put it in drive, all this food gets exposed. We're gonna clean this off as well. Okay? Alright. Now, see all that food and stuff? We're pressing down, getting all of that stuff up. We don't want any sticky stuff to be stuck there. I'm using my fingers, getting in the corners of the cup holder, cleaning the walls and the bottom. This little area right here, that matters too. Put my fingers in there, cleaning that. Same thing over here. You can get a bunch of like a little bundle of the towel, push it into these cracks, make sure it's very clean. Clean this off. Put a little bit more spray in there. And clean that off too. You can't even see in there right now, but I can feel it. I know that it has some walls. I'm cleaning the walls. I'm cleaning the cracks, the bottom, the back, the top. All right. We'll move up here. Bring it back, not up close, back. And we're gonna spray a little mist up here, like that. Then we're gonna get this off pretty quickly off of these buttons and stuff, because we don't want those fluids getting into the electrical stuff. Getting in here, of course, the walls, the top, the back part. Getting all of these buttons. See how I'm using my finger to push into this area right here? Because you know dust is hiding up there. Get these buttons. So of course, since I sprayed, I can't see the dust. So this is a good cleaning method to always use. You clean every single surface. So I got in between here. I got the buttons themselves. All this down here. I clean every single surface. I'm not looking for dust. I can't see it. So I'm just cleaning the whole entire surface. Okay? We'll come on over here to the dash. Same thing. Mist. And I'm just gonna do this half first. I'm gonna get a bunch of the towel, my fingers, push it into this crack over here. Push it into that crack so we get all of the dust from over here. Pushing it into this crack. Every surface area, we wipe it down. I did that half, now I'm gonna do this half over here. for the mist. Pushing it into that crack. Get in this corner right here. We don't want dust left in this corner. We're pushing the towel in there and getting that dust too. In this crevice right here, put a little spray over here too. Clean it up quickly so fluids don't fall everywhere. Clean these screens off. Putting my fingers in the cracks. Putting my fingers in the back on top of this. Cleaning this area off. And getting all up under here too. Steering wheel. We're not gonna be lazy here. There's a lot of little cracks and stuff. We're putting our fingers in these cracks too. Get these buttons. You see that there's an area right here that we clean all the way around. Then there's the outside of it as well that we're cleaning all the way around. This whole steering wheel. I'm looking for cracks that I missed. See this right here? I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right there. See all that dust in there? I could have missed that, but now I see it. I'm gonna use my fingers and a bunch of the towel. Put it in there. Get as much of that dust as possible out of there. I'm gonna come over here on this side, do the same thing. Look at that. See all this dust right here that I missed? Get that too now. Then we'll get as much of this as we can. All right, then we're gonna come over here down to this area under here. Okay, now before we go to the doors, I don't want to forget this little side area right here. This area likes to get dirty too, so we're gonna spray that, stuff this towel down there, and get that clean as well. We think this needs to be clean? Yeah, that too. Let's get that as well. All this dust and stuff. Let's get this car clean. Now, we'll come over here to the door. This little spot right here likes to always stay dirty. So make sure you get this spot. Dust likes to chill there. And we wipe this down, and we always forget this part. Make sure we get that too. And we're spraying this whole door. Buttons, this whole panel, all of that needs to be cleaned off. This handle, get in there, and all that dust. We're gonna get this area right here. Lots of dirt and stuff likes to build up right here, so we're gonna wipe that down too. This side piece right here, all of that. All right, so what I did over here we're gonna do on that side as well, making sure we get that door and we get the door jamb. Get this side of this over here as well. And then we're gonna do the same thing for the back seat, the doors. We're also gonna spray this down and wipe this. The back of this seat, put a mist on there, wipe it down as well. This right here, same thing. Then we're gonna do that one, do that door. We're also gonna go back here to the trunk, make sure we get these door jambs. And we're gonna clean off this jamb very well. And then we're gonna do the same thing for these. All of this, matter of fact, let's just do it. All this has to be wiped down. Get that window sealed very well. Same thing as the front seat. Okay, so both of those have been cleaned off. This door jamb has been cleaned off. Then don't forget about this right here, the trunk door. Same thing. Lots of dust likes to build and sit right here. So we gotta wipe this whole thing off. You can't see anything, can you? All right. Okay. Let's not forget about this jamb right here. That jamb and this jamb right here. Same thing. Just wipe it down. Get that dust out of there. Because when we wash the car, it's not going to get this. We're going to have a clean car. Then you open the trunk up and all of this is all dirty. That's not going to be okay. All right, so that's how you do the trunk. You're gonna do this door panel and this area the same way that we did on the other side. Same thing up here. Clean this door and this door jamb as well. Now that we're done dusting everything, we're gonna go ahead and clean the inside of all of the windows. And the way that you do this is you get a new micro plush towel, a microfiber towel, I think is what it's called. It has to be clean, okay? And then we're gonna put that in some hot water, as hot as you can, handle it comfortably. And no chemicals or anything, just water. Then you want a clean dry towel. Both of them need to be very clean. That's very important for the windows. So now all you do is you're gonna take this out, then you're gonna wring it out. You don't want a ton of water in there. Wring it out pretty good. then you'll go ahead and clean the window. Oh, lordy, hold on. Let's bring this out properly. All right, once you have it wrung out, then you go ahead and clean the window, right? And as usual, I'm cleaning in sections. I'm using my fingers to push the towel into the corners. We're not missing any corners. And we're gonna clean the whole window. It's not soaking wet, and that's fine. We just want that hot water, a little bit of it, to get on the window, right? Then once we have it cleaned, we're gonna use our clean towel to dry it off. You wanna dry it off very well. Any water that stays on there is just gonna leave streaks, and that's what you don't want. I'm using a bunch of the towel, like a bundle of it, and pushing it into the corner to make sure that it's fully dry. We're gonna do that for all of the windows, including the trunk window, the windshield. We're doing that as well. So what I'll do is I'll clean half of it, dry it, then go do the other half, dry it. And then we'll do this mirror as well too. So go ahead and do that for all of the windows. Okay, now that we have all of the windows clean, we're gonna clean off our seats. What you're gonna do is find spots like this that have food there, dust stuck on the seat, and then we're gonna use Resolve spray. Spray a light mist on the seat. Get that area especially with the food on it. And then we're gonna use the same towel we cleaned the windows with, and then we're gonna scrub the seat down, wipe it down. So like this food spot, we'll go ahead and get it out. It's really dry, so it's gonna take a lot of effort there to get that one out. See, it's coming out. That's what the Resolve is good for. Of course, if we're cleaning leather seats, now we have that spot out, then we'll just do a general wipe down to get the dust and stuff off the seat. So we're getting spots, and then we're doing just a general wipe on the seats. Cleaning all that dust that was up there. We're gonna do this for all of the seats. Remember that if you were dealing with a car that had leather, don't use Resolve. Get a good leather cleaner and use that instead. Okay, now we're gonna move to the outside of the car. We're gonna go ahead and make our soapy water. I like to use this one that has the wash and the wax in it. It works good for me, but what you're gonna do is just pour some of this into the bucket. And then fill it up with water. Then we'll use our towel, the same one we cleaned the windows with, not the one we dusted with, but we'll use this one and put that in here. All right, so then before we wash it, we're gonna actually rinse the car off. This part is pretty important. You're gonna use the full mode, so that way it has a lot of pressure, and then you're always gonna wash the roof off first, then come down to the side of the car, going from the top down to the bottom. This is because if we rinse this part off right here, yeah, we got this done, got this all rinsed off, all the big dust is off of there. Then we come up here and start rinsing this off, it's gonna run that dust right back down on the part that we already cleaned. So you always get the top rinsed off first, then come and do the sides of the car, going from the top and then working your way down to the bottom. Same thing over here. Rinse all the dust off of this part. It's running down. Then we rinse it off of this part. All that dust is running down. Then it comes down here. Always rinse from top down to the bottom. So right now we're gonna rinse the whole entire car off, just trying to get all the dust that's sitting on top of it off. That's how that should look. Okay, and now we're gonna start washing the car. Same thing as when you're rinsing, you're gonna start from the top and then work your way down the sides to the bottom. What I like to do is open the door and then I'll put my soapy towel up here on top, and then I like to stand right here, and then I can clean the roof off. Work in sections, clean every surface. So right now I'm doing this half that I could reach, right? Getting under this thing, getting on top of this thing. This thing is the roof rack, of course. Same thing, under it, on top of it, getting all these corners and stuff. So now, if you look at it, let's see if I can show you. We have this whole half of the car hood cleaned off, right? Then we can move down to the sides. We're gonna wash the sides, the front and the back, and then we'll rinse this side, go over there, do the same thing for that side. I'm gonna get more soap. Just lots of sloppy soap is good. We're not trying to save this or anything. We want soap. So I'm just starting from the top, cleaning the windows, making sure that I push the towel into all these cracks and stuff. As I'm cleaning, I'm pushing the towel in there. Oh, another thing, before you get started, you should make sure that all the windows are rolled up all the way so we don't end up with a wet car. But yeah, I did. So that was my section right there. You can see a clear section I just did from the top to the bottom. I did the whole thing. And then I could come back here and do this half if I want to. I'll start from the top. Make sure I get in these corners. Make sure that I'm lifting the windshield wiper up, cleaning it, cleaning under it. Getting into all the letters, create cracks for dust. Lots of cracks for dust here. I just kind of ball this up and clean the license plate just like that. I'm gonna just do the whole back side since I'm here, right? It's really good that it's not sunny right now because these bubbles would be drying up and then they would just stay on the car. Even when you rinse it, those bubble marks will still be there. I think they stay there forever, honestly. It must be some special way to get it off, but I don't know. All right, so I did the back now. So I'm gonna go on over here and I'm gonna do this whole side. Same thing, top to bottom, do this whole section. I'll come over here, do this section. Then I'll come up here. I'll clean the top part of the windshield going all the way down. I'm gonna lift these up, clean them, and clean under them. Clean this hood off, get in this grill. When I'm cleaning this grill, I'll show you. But dirt likes to hide in these handles in this back space. So make sure that when we clean these handles, we're getting behind and the outside of the handles. Also, when we're over here cleaning this mirror, make sure that we clean the mirror very well. And we get all sides of this mirror. Top, bottom, outside, inside, all parts of that mirror. We need to make sure we get it fully. So now I've done this whole side of the car, I've done the windshield and the hood and stuff. It's now time for me to do the grill. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna keep a lot of the towel just bunched up and press it in there while I clean the grill. And I'm going in the direction of the little lines here. I mean, I wouldn't clean this like this. That's crazy. I'm going in there. I'm pushing the towel into this groove. Push the towel into the grooves and go in the direction of the lines when you clean the grill. Keep it bunched up so that way all the pieces of the towel go in there. That's for all these little grill pieces. Do them the same way. Don't forget your sections. Clean every surface. You know dust likes to settle right here, so clean that off. Push that towel into the grill. Here we go. So now we've done this half of the car. We're gonna rinse it off now, so those bubbles aren't just sitting there. And same thing as when you were getting the dust off, you're gonna rinse from the top to the bottom. So we're gonna rinse this all down. We want all that dirt to just fall down from the top to the bottom. Top to bottom. All that soap off of there. Top to bottom. All that soap, we're gonna get it from top to bottom. Okay, so now we're done with this side. We're gonna come over here to this side, do the same thing. Open the door, clean the roof, do all the sides and stuff, and then rinse it off. Get all this soap off from top to bottom. So I just finished washing this side, and before I rinse it down, I wanna show you this. Since we just soaped up that half of the roof, I'm gonna come on this side to start rinsing it, because this is our clean side, right? So we don't want to spray that soap over here and it runs down our clean side. So we start from this side, and then we'll spray everything on the roof down there in the other direction, so we can rinse it off and it doesn't come over here to our clean side. Alright, so now we can come on the other side. And then we'll just rinse this side off from top to bottom. Oh, we lost our water. Got a kink in the hose. Got it back. All right, so now we're done. Oh, got another kink. Anyways, we're done. So the first thing that we're gonna do now that we've got the car rinsed off is dry the windows. We do not want the water to sit on the windows and dry itself. We're gonna dry it ourselves. So when we go to dry all of these windows, we don't want to like soak the towel but while we're drying it. So what we do is get most of the water off with this squeegee first. It's kind of tough to do with my left hand. Oh, let me switch it up. All right, so we're gonna just push all the water down. We're gonna get most of it off with this first. All right, so then we have a mostly dry window, and we're just gonna use our very clean towel, the same one we clean the inside with, to get the rest of it and get it completely dry. All right, so then you're gonna do that for all of the windows. But since you're gonna be looking out of this one the most, let's do that one first. And then don't forget to also do the same thing for both mirrors. Okay, now that we have all of the windows dried off, we're gonna go ahead and dry the rest of the car. Of course, starting with the top, then doing the sides, the front, and the back. And now that the whole car is dried off, open up all the doors, dry off this area right here. All of them, including the trunk. Alright, so now everything is dry. We're going to go ahead and clean our rims. We're not cleaning the tires right now. We're just going to clean the rims. You're going to get the same soap and water and the towel, and you're just going to bunch it up. Lots of fabric. Push it into all of these cracks. And clean each individual spoke and intersection individually. Now, you see I'm pushing the towel into these cracks because this is where soot likes to hide. So I'm gonna take the towel, it's bunched up, push it into the cracks. Push it into the cracks, clean the side. Push it into the crack, clean the side. Push it into the crack, get around this valve stem. Push it into the crack, clean the side, crack, sides. So now I'm getting in between the spokes right now, right? See all this dirt right here? All this dirt right here? That's what we're getting. Crack sides, crack sides. Then, once I have all the spokes, I'll do the front of it. Make sure that it's nice and clean all the way around. Get around the lug nuts, each one. Then we have this set to shower because we don't want it to be a lot of water coming out splashing all over our clean car. And then we'll just rinse it off. Now I see spots that I missed, right? I don't know if this comes off or not. Yeah, it looks like it does. You just need to put more elbow grease into it. Look at all these spots I missed. Now see, just with a little rub, that doesn't come off. So if you notice these, oh, look at this. So I don't know if this will come off because I wiped it, but let's see. Put a little bit more loving into it. No, it's not coming off. I still see it. Okay, as long as you wipe it and try to get all that stuff off, then you're good. It came off a little bit. This might need a thorough cleaning, which we're not doing today. So this is a clean rim now. You're gonna do that for all 4 of the rims, okay? Remember, try not to splash on your clean car. And now that we have the rim clean, we're gonna go ahead and just basically clean the tire side, okay? We're not trying to be super thorough. This is a tire, okay? So what you do is you get your brush, get you some of this water here. Just do a rough clean. Dip it in the water. Clean the side. Dip it in the water. Clean the side. Dip it in the water. Clean the side. Alright, rough. Just not too thorough. We're just cleaning it. Rinse it off with your shower setting. Of course, I wet the car all up because this thing is spraying everywhere. But you want to avoid doing that. Go ahead and get your towel and dry that if you did. So we're gonna make our tire walls shiny. This is what I use right here, Armor All Extreme Tire Shine Gel, and it's pretty easy. Normally though, there is like a sponge on this piece right here that you'll squeeze this into, or if you can get any kind of sponge, really squeeze this onto the sponge, and then just spread it on the side of the tire to make it shiny. I can't find the sponge, so I'm gonna skip this part, but you're gonna do it for all 4 tires. Okay, so we're gonna use the last of our soapy water to clean these off. And what you'll do is just pour the soapy water on them. Nice and soapy and all of that good stuff. Get a broom or something, or you can use the other brush too. I'll use the broom. Then you'll just scrub them. Scrub them, and then you're gonna rinse them off, both the front and the back. Dry them with your towel and then put them back in the car. Now, before you put them back in the car, you gotta put the carpet ones back. And make sure that you put them back where they belong. Like usually the one that goes on the driver's side has something special like this. So you're gonna want put it in here, make sure that it is in here properly. So this goes on the driver's side, it's here on the driver's side, and then this lip up here goes back here behind the pedals, nice and neatly. And then you'll take this once you dry it and put it on top of the carpet ones. So all of the carpet ones go back first, then all of these rubber ones go back on top of them. It's very important to make sure that you put these back on the right side. If you look at this, the top part of this curves this way to go into that cubby, right? So I have this right here, and if you look at it, its curve is on that side. It's curving this way, like that. So that's gonna go on the other side. And the one that I put right here should curve this way. Okay, put these big ones on the right side of the car that they belong on. Okay, so now that we have all of those floor mats put back in, our car is clean from top to bottom, nice, detailed, thorough, clean. Everything except for those rims, of course. And there's no armor wall on the tires, but we have a clean car now. Good job. Now, since you have your car nice and clean, you always want to add the finishing touch, because once your car is clean, you're going to feel good driving it. You want to get in and you want to smell a nice, good scent. So you're going to get your favorite air freshener, whatever it is. I like these because I get to choose the flavors, and I could even, or the scents, and I could even mix scents and stuff. Put one of these somewhere where you're gonna smell it as soon as you get into the car. I like to put mine down here so it's kind of hidden. So that way next time you drive your clean car, you feeling good and you smelling good too. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in and watching AJ's Living, how to wash your car. Go ahead and wash somebody's car today. Wash your mom's car, your grandma's car, your girlfriend's car. Wash your boyfriend's car. Wash your dad's car. They're going to really appreciate it, especially if you do a good job like this. So until next time, good job on the car. Drive it, enjoy it, feeling good, nice and clean. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you again. All right.